Think you don't have an RRSP contribution for this year? Think again. The RRSP deadline is weeks away, and this simple trick could save you thousands. And no, this isn't about finding extra cash down the back of the couch. It's about using what you already have in a way that you've probably never considered. It's your favourite Scotsman here again, with a quick heads up. This strategy only works if you have a spouse. Flying solo? Well, stick around. It might come in handy later. In any case, we're going to look at an example here. Meet Jenny and Rory, two fictional clients for a hypothetical illustrative example. Jenny's a high-earning lawyer in Toronto, while Rory, a little bit older, has slowed down with part-time work and has entered a lower tax bracket. Let's dive into some numbers. Jenny makes 300 grand a year, putting her in the top tax bracket. Rory makes 20,000 a year, putting him in the 20% tax bracket. They've been focusing on aggressively paying down debt, so cash flow's a wee bit tight this year. Jenny doesn't have the funds available for a regular RRSP contribution before the deadline. So what do? Give up on the tax savings? Not a chance. Here's where the strategy kicks in. Rory withdraws $30,000 from his RRSP. Wait, withdraw? Scotsman, I thought you were telling us how to find an extra RRSP contribution. Stick with me, it will all make sense. Now, as you may or may not be aware of, when you withdraw from your RRSP, there are mandatory withholding taxes that must be taken into account. Ideally, and don't tell your bank this, Rory wants to do the 30,000 withdrawal in 2 lots of 15,000. Unless your bank is smart, this will allow Rory to only have to pay 20% withholding tax up front. Why do you want to do this? Well, instead of having 21,000 after taxes, you now have 24,000 that can be used for, yep, you guessed it, Jenny's RRSP contribution. Jenny takes the 24,000 that Rory received from his RRSP withdrawal and contributes it to her RRSP before the deadline on March the 3rd. The result? Rory ends up owing nothing, as the $6,000 he paid in withholding taxes on his RRSP withdrawal covers the taxes owed on that $30,000 withdrawal. Jenny, on the other hand, gets a tax refund of a little under $13,000. The big picture? Jenny and Rory now have a little under $7,000 more to put towards their debt. It's that simple. And this can work in almost any example where you have one spouse in a lower tax bracket than the other. Don't just be doing this in a whim though. Follow these rules. Ensure the lower income spouse's RRSP withdrawal doesn't push them into a higher tax bracket. Be aware of spousal RRSP attribution rules. Withdrawals within 3 years could nullify the benefit. And understand that withholding taxes apply at the time of the withdrawal, but are reconciled at year end based on actual income. Want more strategies like this? Click on the link in the pinned comments below to download the updated 2025 retirement guide. Oh, and don't forget to watch the next video I have lined up for you, which will focus on RRSP and TFSA income strategies.